Hello and welcome to SaltWire Today for Friday, December 9th. I'm your host, Kate Walker. Bicentennial School in Dartmouth is closed today after asbestos was found. In a tweet from the Halifax Regional Centre for Education, it says higher than acceptable levels of asbestos were found in 2 of the 3 classrooms under construction. The school has students from pre-primary to grade 9. It was discovered yesterday during testing, and students were let out during an early dismissal. In a note home to parents, it says next steps include immediate testing of all rooms in the school, cleaning of all schoolrooms, and all rooms in the school will also be tested after cleaning is completed. The note also says students have not had access to the rooms where the asbestos was discovered since November 25th. No word on whether or not students will return to the classroom on Monday. Parents are expected to get an update on Sunday. A nationwide Trudeau Must Go protest is coming to Nova Scotia this weekend. A heads up if you plan to do holiday shopping in Dartmouth tomorrow. The Canadian People's Assembly will hold what it calls a public demonstration in March, starting at the Dartmouth Crossing Mall. The event is scheduled to start at the mall's main entrance beginning at 12:30 until 2 p.m. People are being asked to bring flags and Trudeau Must Go signs. SaltWire has been unable to reach organizers of the rally. There's no word on how many people will be participating in the rally. The Canadian People's Assembly describes itself as an activist organization that sparks discussions to create positive political and social change. Other demonstrations are planned for Parliament Hill in Ottawa, as well as Vancouver, Calgary, and Edmonton. The Assembly has held national protests before over vaccine and mask mandates. It's also critical of the Prime Minister's handling of January's Freedom Convoy in Ottawa and his decision to invoke the Emergency Act to clear what the group called peaceful truckers. A couple who recently moved to the Annapolis Valley from BC sprang into action to save 2 kittens who were likely abandoned. Thanks to the pair, those kittens now have new homes. SaltWire's Jen Taplin has the details.
Aurora Scott and Stuart Hyduke, who started a dance studio called Annapolis Valley Dance Company, were driving home from a late dance lesson on Friday night. They got a scare when 2 black kittens ran across the road in front of them. Fearing that the cats would freeze to death or get hit by a car, the couple chased the kittens through the wooded area in New Minas.
The adventure mission that followed was pretty epic. Yeah. They weren't easy to catch or see in the dark. Mm-hmm.
After about 40 minutes, they managed to snag one kitten, but the other one climbed high up into a tree. Hyduke returned the next morning and managed to spot her. With the help of a stranger with a ladder, he got the kitten down, only for her to escape again. Luckily enough, he managed to catch the second cat.
I've never seen a cat eat like that before. They both, we got them home at different times. They both ate like 2 whole bowls of food, just, gobbled it down. They were very starving.
When they managed to post their adventures on Facebook, their new community was very supportive. Hyduke said it felt very Nova Scotia. One of the cats has been adopted, and the couple has grown attached to the other one, so they're keeping her, along with their 3 other cats. In Kentville, I'm Jen Taplin for the SaltWire Network.
Some local maritime talent to look forward to this weekend. PEI singer-songwriter Lennie Gallant is back in town to spread some holiday cheer with the Innkeepers Christmas Concert. SaltWire's Jeff Keats has more on the performance set for Sunday.
PEI singer-songwriter Lennie Gallant has been busy taking his well-loved Christmas show, The Innkeepers Christmas, on the road for a tour across Ontario and the Maritimes. The 5th annual concert treats viewers to an evening of original Christmas songs performed by Gallant and his band, as well as other Gallant classics and captivating stories. This year, the show is accompanied by a new and exciting visual element.
We have on stage a huge screen with us. And so it's very much a multimedia show in that we use all kinds of video and some little video and photographs, but in particular paintings that my sister Karen Gallant did for several songs.
Gallant released his long-awaited first Christmas album titled Christmas Day on Planet Earth last November. The album is made up of all original songs written by Gallant. One song in particular shines a light on the frontline workers who have worked hard throughout the pandemic and holiday season.
I was very compelled to write a song about, frontline workers at Christmas time, and in particular nurses. And there's a song on there called "The Gift," and it's just about being a nurse on Christmas Eve and what is that? How does that feel? Where's that coming from?
Another song on the album, titled I Still Believe in Santa, is a duet with the late actor John Dunsworth, most known for his role as Mr. Leahy on the Trailer Park Boys. The song was written by Gallant in 2014 as a theme song for the movie Santa Quest, starring Dunsworth.
After I wrote the song, he passed away a couple of years ago, but he was there when I was actually recording it, and we went in the studio and made a duet out of the song. And the album is actually dedicated to his spirit, because he was a very wonderful, generous human being.
Gallant's annual concert, The Innkeeper's Christmas, makes its stop in Halifax on Sunday, December 11th at the St. Andrew's United Church. For more information on tour dates and albums, visit lenniegallant.com. In Halifax, I'm Jeff Keats for the SaltWire Network.
Heading into the weekend, it's time for another Wine of the Week with SaltWire sommelier Mark DeWolf. If you're looking for a great red wine to enjoy over the holiday season, Mark has you covered.
So a lot of people ask me, what do you buy for wine, or what's your favorite wine? And I have to admit that I don't have a single favorite. I love the diversity of the wine world and all the range of flavors you can find in the bottle, the box, or increasingly the can. But when I do walk into a wine store, I immediately gravitate to Italian reds, Portuguese, and Spanish reds. And in Spain, I kind of go most often to a place called Rioja in central northern Spain. And in Rioja, they love Tempranillo. So this wine, the Vina Saturnia Tempranillo, is what they call Rioja Joven, which means a young wine. That means, unlike a lot of Rioja, it doesn't have a lot of oak character to it. In fact, it's trying to embellish the fruitiness of Tempranillo, showcasing its kind of red fruit flavors and made in a fresher, lighter bodied style. So if you like a chilled bottle of Beaujolais or Pinot Noir, you could also try this wine from Rioja. So in terms of what to pair it with, you don't have to get too fancy. Pizza works, or you've got the charcuterie board out with lots of cured meats and hard cheeses. This is a great wine just to set out, let everybody enjoy, very casual, and a great wine for a crowd. So I bought this one at bishopseller.com.
And for more, head to the Wine to Dine section of saltwire.com. It's time now for a glimpse of today's Thinking Out Loud with Sheldon McLeod. Today, Sheldon is speaking with Dalhousie's Sam Taylor about celebrating the holidays without being overwhelmed in debt.
What is how do you kind of focus in on making sure that you don't look at your bills in January and then try to figure out how you're going to keep going into 2023?
So such an important topic, because I think after the last few years, we are ready and we are able to, physically get together in many instances, and we want to. And I think that that's important, and we should. So while, yes, I am an accountant, and yes, accountants are notorious for telling you to budget, I am not going to disappoint you. I will start off by saying, let's assess the situation that you are in, both what you want to do and also what resources you have to do that with. When I say resources, I mean what monetary resources do you have? Also, what time, what energy, what do you want to do to devote to the holidays? And what is your kind of ideal or a good scenario of the holidays? What does it look like for you? And start getting excited.
And for Sheldon's full conversation, head to the opinion section of saltwire.com. Time now for the Atlantic Sports Wire, presented by Scott Squires.
What's going on, everybody? So we got a really big announcement today, but first there's something I got to do. So December 17th.
Ryan Keeping is an ultra marathoner, and he's doing something pretty neat in about a week's time. Ryan, what is the Ho-Ho 100K?
So the Ho-Ho 100K, I'm going to be running 100 kilometers. We're doing about, it's at the Commons, so we're going to do like a 1.5 kilometer loop. And I'm going to be dressing up as Santa Claus and raising some money for some children and youth-based charities to give back some Christmas presents this year.
Where did this idea come from?
I have been running ultras for since like June, so I'm pretty new to the world, but was always super interested. And it was always a big goal of mine. So I was actually down in the States. I did the JFK 50, which is a 50-mile ultra marathon. And so I did that. That was my first big ultra. And I was driving back with my dad. And I was thinking, like, I always wanted to raise some money and I always wanted to try to give back. So I was like, well, Christmas is coming up. What can I do here? And he had the bright idea of, why don't you dress up like Santa Claus and run 100 kilometers? Because I've been talking about, I wanted to do a 100-kilometer ultra marathon before the new year. So we thought, what better way to try to get a good community event and get people down to the commons. So like the Ho-Ho 100K is open to anybody who wants to come out. We're going to have hot coffee, hot chocolate, and they're all for donations, and just come down and run some laps, walk some laps, and just be part of a good community event.
What are the charities that are going to be part of what you're doing on the 17th?
Yeah, so the charities we teamed up with, I originally set a goal of $1,500, and we surpassed that in about 3 days. So it's really, really great support so far. So the first charity we're going to give the $1,500 in presents to is Phoenix Youth Programs. And then any extra money we raise, we're actually going to be splitting that between Family SOS and Ronald McDonald House.
What are ways that people can find out more about this, get involved, donate?
So I have a GoFundMe set up. We also have a website. So if you check me out on any of my social media accounts, the name on pretty much everything is just Ryan Keeping, just my name. And you should be able to find the links to the website and the GoFundMe. And if you don't have any money to donate, it would be amazing if you could just come down and support the event on the day, and just come on out and even run one lap, walk a lap. Just come on and I'd like to get a crowd and just make a really, really awesome event.
You can learn more about this December 17th event by visiting hoho100k.com. In Halifax, I'm Scott Squires for the Atlantic Sports Wire.
Thank you, Scott. On to weather now. To see what's coming up in the weekend forecast, we're going to check in now with our weather specialist, Alistair Alders.
Happy Friday, Kate. Well, it was another wet and damp day here in HRM. The rain not as heavy as yesterday, and all this rain thanks to a stalling frontal trough. It is on its way out. It will retrograde to our south this weekend. And the weather picture this weekend, a bit mixed. We'll have cooling temperatures and some unsettled periods too. So this evening we will have showers or drizzle, and the temperature will be near 4 degrees. We start the day on Saturday near 2 degrees, and we'll have a chance of showers and flurries. However, the temperature will be falling throughout the day, so that start in the morning near 2 degrees will be down to -2 by Saturday afternoon, more so of an isolated chance of flurries heading into the afternoon. This is all thanks to a northerly wind that will be ushered in. Winds will be gusting 30 to 50 kilometers per hour tonight and throughout the day on Saturday, so cooling those temperatures and bringing some onshore showers over to flurries. Now that brisk wind does start to ease off throughout the day on Sunday, so it looks like we will see a mix of sun and cloud. Certainly the pick of the weekend, but it is going to be cool, a high of only -2 on Sunday. So certainly cooler this weekend, but nice to get a break from this very unsettled weather pattern we've been experiencing. And unfortunately, it's not really going away. While the week will get off to a fair start next week, I'm watching more systems that could come mid to late week, maybe even a bit of snow around the middle of next week. I'll be keeping a close eye on that one. Have a great weekend. Kate.
Thank you, Alistair. That's all for now. For more extended video and full online articles, stay tuned to saltwire.com. And you can find us on Instagram and Twitter at SaltWire Today. I'm your host, Kate Walker. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here Monday.